Hi everyone, it's Miss Champagne. All right, well, welcome. So today we're going to talk about being a private teacher in Japan. I will be referring to the book I wrote. This book is called Teaching Private Lessons in Japan, and I'm going to go step by step. There are 10 chapters. I will try to make it as brief as possible because I don't like when I watch videos and they're too long and they don't get to the point. So why don't we just start? So I'm going to be looking at this while I'm teaching you guys as well. Now, once again, I'm an English teacher in Japan. I'm a private English teacher, which means I teach one-on-one lessons, but now I also teach group lessons. But this book is referring to teaching one-on-one lessons. If you're interested in teaching group lessons, please contact me and I'll give you different strategies for that, okay? All right, now let us begin. All right, so we're gonna go with chapter 1, and chapter 1 talks about the different types of teachers in Japan. So, different types of teachers in Japan. Now, most teachers, or most people, believe that all teachers are English teachers. And when I say all teachers, I'm referring to all foreign teachers. This is usually not the case, although there are a large majority of teachers like myself who start off as English teachers, but then they transition into, something more concrete, such as being a professor, or even some people will go into different industries, such as banking or whatnot. So, the one type of teacher that is in Japan are what you call English teachers, okay? Now, I've also been a kindergarten teacher, I've been a pre-kindergarten teacher, I've been an oral communication teacher, a math and science teacher, and I was also one more. I can't remember that one right now. But my point is, people usually start as English teachers and they'll transition into something else. Okay, now, if you're not an English teacher, most likely you're a classroom teacher. And a classroom teacher means that you teach at one school, for the most part. You teach at one school all day, and you could either be teaching at a private school, or a private Japanese school, or a private Korean school, or a private international school, such as the American School in Tokyo. All right, or if you also have the opportunity, you could be a classroom teacher at a juku. You could also be an English teacher at a juku. A juku is a cram school. And then there's the third level I like to think of, is when you are a professor or a lecturer. So I don't want to say most, but there are a lot of teachers in Japan who are at the professor level, which is really great. This is why I started my PhD, because I wanted to be a professor. However, in Japan, all you need is your master's degree, which I already have. So if I had stayed on that route, I could have easily taught in university. But because I've chosen another path, I don't think I'll be really pursuing that, and if I do, it would be like on a short-term basis, or like for short projects or something like that. Now, when you're an English teacher, you can be an English teacher at a school. You can be an English teacher at a cram school, and you can also be an English teacher at a dispatch school, such as Interact. I love Interact. I started with Interact. Shout out to Interact. Now, classroom teachers, that's usually when you stay at one school all day, and these are usually private schools or international schools, okay? And then with the professor, or when you're a lecturer, you would usually be teaching at a university. This could be even a private university, private Japanese university, or an international university, such as Temple. Okay? So once again, we have private and international. Okay, and lastly, what I do, I'm also an English teacher, but I am a private English teacher. So this means I teach my own students. I have my own locations I teach. I have my own curriculum. So I hope I was able to answer your questions about the different types of teachers in Japan. So we have English teachers, we have private English teachers, we have classroom teachers, and we have professors. Now, if there's anyone that I've left out, please let me know. Oh, and one thing I just remembered, we have our online teachers. So online teachers usually teach English, but they can also teach like business level, such as corporate. I also do a little bit of I actually do a lot of business teaching online as well. well. So I hope these answer your questions. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me and I will help you as best as I can. See you. Bye.